How far are you going?
About 30 years.
When you come to New York, what's the first food you have to have when you get here?
I don't know.
I don't know. We're gonna start easy with food.
Out of a restaurant, it's called Salmiera or something like that.
Columbus.
Saturday, 64th Street. Across Lincoln Center, kind of.
All right, thank you so much for coming, everybody.
Vico, now I'm doing it. Vico Lani. Okay, great, balsamic chicken.
All right, so we're going with Italian, so that's good to know. So, Chris, tell me about the first time that you guys met.
First time you guys met. Was it the first day of your shooting?
Yeah, first day shooting. You were out, I think you were literally out beside the door and said, here's Chris, this is Mike, go. Amazing.
Yeah.
And you go, what the hell am I gonna get? It's crazy. And I'm dying, it was really that crazy. I don't know, man, you know, I'm not telling you out of school, but there was another actor who was playing Marty for 5 weeks, and then they brought me in last minute, threw me in some stuff, said, like, weird stuff happened, like, they wanted me to wear Converse, and they said, what shoes do you want to wear? I said, these are good, and it started a whole revolution. I had a few free pair of shoes. Of course, Air Nikes are worth 500,000 each, but it's been a cool ride. But he's been with me every step of the way, and he's just a genius, man. He's the best part of doing this movie with me was working with Chris, and it remains to this day the best part of talking about this movie is to be with Chris. Candy and Marshall. Candy and Marshall.
Who?
Candy and Marshall. Frank.
No, I'm sorry. I'm remiss. I forget.
Yeah, no, I remember anything. So I'll make it up.
Yeah. You know, I thought, how can I ever get that role again? You know what I mean? There was immediate chemistry, as they say.
Well, you were amazing. You did this, like I said, I was doing nothing. It was a Family Ties. And they came to me and said that there was this whole drama that on that I didn't know anything about. But they'd gone to Gary Goldberg at Family Ties like 7 weeks ago, asked if I could do the movie, and he didn't even tell me about it because he couldn't do it. And Meredith got pregnant. That solved a lot of things. And so I always hadn't had this time. So Gary Goldberg said, you can do it, but you have to do Family Ties in the daytime and Back to the Future at night. So I said, no problem. And, it's funny, I'm going to risk crying because I tell the story. But my mother passed away 2 weeks ago. Yeah, I thought I was gonna do it. But she said to me, and I called her, and I told her I was 23 years old. I called her up, and she was in Canada. I said, they brought me to this new Steven Spielberg movie, but I have to do it at night and do family ties in the daytime. She said, absolutely not. I'm not doing it. And I said, what? She said, you'd be too tired. I said, Mom, I live through this kind of tired. This is going to be okay. But to this day, my mother thought, well, not to this day, about 2 weeks ago, my mother thought that it was a bad idea for me to do Back to the Future. But she loved the movie, but she was so worried that I'd get tired. I got tired.
You look like the kind of machine that did the things it did.
Three movies, man. From Back to the Future to Broke Back to the Future. I haven't seen it, I haven't told them the story. We haven't seen each other that much. I saw this thing the other night. I was in a hotel in Vancouver, and I had the TV on. I fell asleep, and I clicked the clicker. I'm playing a clicker. That's me. I'm 80 years old. The clicker, and this thing came on. I could only hear it. I couldn't see it. And it would sound like this. It sounded like Doc is very drunk. He wanders into the street, and Biff shoots at him. And Marty angry. I said, what am I listening to? And I realized it was the enhanced for visually handicapped. It was handicapped people or whatever. But it was they described it in the movie. I thought I was going insane. And then I was making up dollars and stuff. And Marty's still in a stupid pink suit. And it was surreal. But you were described very well.
They haven't cast the Marty and Doc yet, so there are auditions probably coming up.
Well, Doc, Chris can still play it. I can only play Doc. But it's a great show, and it's Bob Gale who wrote with Back to the Future along with Bob Zemeckis, put his whole heart and soul into it. And it's really great. Every time I see him, I'm so happy for him that this happened.
Wonderful. So I'm going to ask you a question now, Michael. Everyone, when they talk to you, uses the word optimist. How do you describe optimism?
Well, I have to point out in the last year I've broken my cheek, my eye socket, my hand, my elbow, both humeruses, and my shoulder. So it's optimism is rocking for me. I had a rough year getting beat up. But that was really cool because it made me realize that thing I wrote in my book that not to plug my book, but I got 4 of them, so if you like one of them, fine. But I did this whole book about having all these tough things happen to me, and how do I reconcile my optimism with that? And I realized that with gratitude, optimism is sustainable. If you can find something to be grateful for, in anything, if you can find something, you say, well, that's good. There's a wall of shit coming down on me, but this is good. And if you can do that, then life is an optimistic situation. And you can it'll always get better. I'm so grateful, but it's one thing about gratitude. When I first did the first Comic-Con I ever did, a fan show, was in London, and I had this great experience, and I came back, and I did another one here, and I said, I realized I did it so that I could, I did it for, like I was doing it for you guys. I was doing it like to thank you and to be there for you. So what I learned was that it was you again that were giving to me, and you've given me my whole life. You guys have given me my whole life, and I was really appreciate it. And when he comes up from the photo line and shows you my face on your ass, tattoo. I go, how good do you get? What is not to be grateful for or optimistic? But it's great. So yeah, I'm very optimistic. I just think optimism is about thinking that things are more likely to get better than they get worse. And if you believe in that, you'll be grateful for it. And if you're grateful for it, you'll sustain your optimism for the rest of your life.
Real actors really do stuff that's worth doing. They don't do tripe like sitcoms. So I got over,
But thanks for the money.
all right, I tell you, no, never mind. But so when I went out to LA, I even told my new agent in LA that I didn't want to do sitcoms. So months went by, and once in a while he'd set me up for one and say, you should just, just to meet the people. And then eventually I was set up to meet the people for Taxi. And I got all dressed up as
Jim?
As Jim.
You're looking at him like he was in Taxi.
That was Danny DeVito.
It's there, it's still there. And so I got in my costume with a jacket with a peace emblem and all that 60s wardrobe stuff. And I went, and when I was finished, they said, bring that to rehearsal. Where we're coming. So that's how that started.
They hired me, and the network didn't want me to get. Brandon Tartikoff said, I can't picture his face in a lunchbox. So later on, when we did the movie and stuff, and it was so successful, I sent him a lunchbox. But you were great in Taxi. Check it out. You should check out Taxi. It's really good. But what's cool is Jim. People think because Chris did the Chris thing. Once he does with Chris, it's just that kind of like cool thinking and it all kind of all that happening as he goes along. He did that in Taxi. He did it back. Future similar characters, but very different. Very different, and it's amazing that you created two wholly different human beings that are so nuts and so great, and I mean it's just so cool to know you.
Yeah.
Chris, you should tell him how great he was on Family Ties.
I know the Emmys. I'm going. That's right. You're Dennis Leary. You're Dennis Leary.
Yeah.
Dennis is a show called Rescue Me. And it was a great show. And never got any awards or anything. And I always give Dennis a hard time because he's always busting me else's balls. So I said to him one day, I said, no. He asked me if I'd be in the show, and I said, you don't want me on your show. He'll come on your show, and I'll win an Emmy, and it's the only Emmy that your show will win. And he would kiss me, because the show was great. And we always said, you have 1 million Emmys, so affected it. I had an Emmy, and he didn't have one. It was so stupid. But it didn't make it any easier for him when I got one. And he to this day, I walk in my office, wait.
It's like shirt that I wore in Back to the Future 3. And it's got the little trains and it's patio. And it resides pretty much unworn in my closet. My wife, Lisa, does not like to see it on me.
So what you're saying is everyone out there that has a A certified shirt, that's not the shirt because it's in your closet.
No, can't be. I have
At least it's so beautiful, it's so normal. And this is a great person. I don't know how, like my wife, I don't know how to put up with it.